This is the NFL on EA Sports as we join you from the so-called Space City, Houston, Texas. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup. We are all set to go as it'll be the Minnesota Vikings and the Houston Oilers. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? From a yard or two deep, here comes the return. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
They'll start on the ground with Pierce.
And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20.
Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down. This defense for the Vikings, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Washington.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
Fine. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards, a 12-yard loss, and it brings up third. And I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is third and long. Here's Murray. And that will be incomplete.
That was their first third down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
And on now is the punter, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. Taking a couple yards shy of midfield. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. A great return there of 22 yards. And the Vikings, they'll be set up well as they take over in great field position. 1st and 10.
Here we go.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Ready?
Looking to throw, Young. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Here we go.
2nd and 20.
Striker, 3-3. Hey, go steal.
The first carry now for Tony Pollard. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a third down and long. When you look at this defense, they were very good in the win over Dallas a week ago.
They forced 7 turnovers.
How many?
7. I mean, think about that number now. That's supposed to be a lucky number, right? Lucky for one side, unlucky for the other.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. To the sideline and incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. And the Vikings have a 3-0 lead. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left. We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, A two-game losing streak can have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. Murray now to throw. Swings this one out wide for Pierce. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. The drive stays intact with a pickup of 13.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on 3rd down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a 1st down.
Murray now on 1st down. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Marcus Davenport, the 1st rounder out of UTSA, with a sack.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
On 2nd down, here's Murray. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Pierce. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. He's trying to protect his quarterback's blind side. Got nabbed for the hold.
You have one job over there. Make sure that man does not get hit. So if you have to hold occasionally, do so, because they don't catch all of them. This time they did.
Hey, Ace.
2nd down, Murray sets to throw. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Vikings pick up the football. There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S. Ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk. You've got to take care of the rock.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Well, what do you think? You get the ball off the turnover near the middle of the field. You take a shot here in the first play?
You know I'm big on that. I love when I have great field position after a turnover. I feel like I might have them a little bit off balance. I prefer to take a shot, but a lot of coaches will tell you you only do it if you trust the guy who's got the football in his hands. Meaning, if it's not there, he won't force it downfield and maybe turn into an interception. He'll go to the check down, go to a second option, and go ahead and take the play that's in front of him.
2nd down and 4.
Check Spears. Spears, yellow. Edo blue. Ready?
They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. He'll get 15 and a Vikings 1st down. Well, CD, a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
And running with power here. Touchdown, Vikings! Tony Pollard, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings are able to add on to that lead. Extra point by York is up and good. And the lead grows to 10-0. So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
At their own 21-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. Escaping the pressure right. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete. Rondale Moore, the intended target, but it's going to be 2nd down. Hey, look at this defense for the Vikings. We know they're going to be tough to throw on. Top 3 in the NFL defending the pass.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
Still needing 10 yards. Now it's 3rd down. Murray going to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 10-0 the score after one. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. A run for Pierce out of the gun. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game, because that was his longest run of this contest.
Now Murray throwing on 2nd down. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
Facing 2nd and short, that gives you a chance to go for a bigger play through the air. But I think he said to himself, why not just handle this one? Got all the yards he needed and then some, and made that snap a huge success.
1st and 10, it's Pierce. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Oh, and that is well read defensively. A great job of setting the edge, and that little touch pass is going to turn into a loss. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
Murray now. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 22-yard line. A new set of downs after a strong pickup of 16 yards.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Still a few inches short of a 1st down as they come up now on 2nd down. Another carry for Pierce. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Dameon Pierce with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Oilers have got it back to within a score. For the extra point, Cameron Dicker. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now. Now after the Dicker field goal, he's back out, ready to send it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Let's go.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number one goal? Make the playoffs. Number two, win your division. Number three, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number one seed so you get that first round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. 58 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
At the 46-yard line.
Come back, come back.
They fake the handoff. Now Murray. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Well, congratulations to them. They come through defensively with another stop. And let's face it, this secondary, they've gone unchallenged so far in the first half.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now Murray. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Lewis. And the Vikings are going to take over at their own 41. And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing, maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements.
Here we go, set.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. He'll get that out wide to Duvernay. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Complete to Trey Palmer. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 38-yard line.
Here's a 2nd and 5. Young will set to throw. Open man is Musgrave, the tight end. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Give him 32 on the play.
From talking with defensive backs and their coaches over the years, they hate to see 4 guys in a route like this because the safeties are often occupied. It creates indecision. They're unsure about who goes with who. And the quarterback, he just reads the most vulnerable safety and takes advantage of it for a big play here.
And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Tony Pollard, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Vikings will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point by York is up and good.
And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
They'll take over. First down and 10.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead, finish up the half, and get on out and talk about it.
Now another timeout called for by the offense, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half.
That's one. Two.
Murray now on first down. That's to the sideline, and it's intercepted. Andrew Booth picks it off. And a penalty accepted, and they move the ball forward.
That's Samuel, caught left side. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. A final shot before half for Murray.
A short one here, caught by McBride.
And he'll go out near midfield at the 49.
And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here.
A 10-point game, 17-7 the score as we get back to it on EA Sports.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Set, ready.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Second half begins with a run by Pollard.
And a loose football.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. And Young's throw there incomplete.
One thing you always worry about when he breaks the pocket is he going to take off with it? That time, the pressure was starting to close in, and he's just got to throw this one away.
Young's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10.
He'll drop to throw.
Finds his man. There's Jordan Addison. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Ready?
They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gain 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
They go back to Pollard on second down. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down.
I think if we put together a job description for a middle linebacker, we would start with being able to hold down things in the middle of the line of scrimmage and be able to take on blockers. But how about the guys who can go sideline to sideline and make plays?
Love a guy that can do that. We saw a perfect example of it right there. Trying to run for it with Pollard. And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line. 87 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
Right. Blaster, stay. Ready.
From the red zone now, Young. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. So maybe just a momentary setback on what's been a great drive so far, but 2nd and 13 here.
Black ultra. Black 2. Set.
Young now. That is caught inside the 5. Touchdown. Tony Pollard from 19 yards away. And the Vikings take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point by York is up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
York to kick off.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. Taken at the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
His guys take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
Move. 2.
First down, Murray. Gets the dump off to Pierce. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it's 2nd down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
And only able to get 2 here, stopped at the 30. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Pierce will try to pick it up. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down.
I liked his focus there because he wasn't thinking about breaking that one big. All he thought about was, I need 1. Let's go get that. Ended up picking up 2.
Big ace.
Throwing on first down is Murray. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the 3rd quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
Second and 10. To throw, it's Murray. Oh, and that'll be incomplete. He took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Marcus Davenport picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
Looks like another empty possession here, partner, and I don't think with 3 scores down in the third quarter, they can truly afford any more the rest of the way.
No, especially the way their offense is sputtering. I think you're exactly right. They got to find some answers quickly. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
They're going for it. Hits Murray. Oh, he still makes the catch, even though it was tipped at the line. And he'll have it past midfield, almost to the 40 before being taken down. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Pierce takes it straight ahead. Stays on his feet. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 68 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
This 2nd and 4. Throwing now is Murray. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there.
And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line.
So that changes things. You get the interception, and then to boot, a good return tacked on.
And really, it was down to him versus the quarterback on the return, and that's one you would think the defender would win. But a nice job there of seeing the play all the way to the end and making the tackle by the QB.
Down.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Shot, 17. Steel, black. Blue stripe. Set, go.
Following the interception, Young shakes off the sack. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
Now a throw here to his running back. He's got room to roam.
And he's out of bounds, but not before a big pickup that time on what's going to wind up being the final play of the third quarter. We have played 3 quarters.
Okay, ready?
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Chest steal. Hey, go Fury. Ready.
Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good 1st down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on 1st down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Facing a 2nd and 6 from the 8.
Ready?
Here's Pollard again. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Pollard will take this into the end zone for a Viking touchdown.
Well, this offensive line has really stepped up to the challenge here because those Mastodons, they've been sensational clearing holes all game long. And this is great work down here near the goal line to give their back the space he needs to work his way into the end zone.
Extra point by York is up and good.
And the lead is now 24.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. That 5-game win streak is ticking away here in the fourth quarter. Just haven't been as sharp in this one. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Now a 2nd and 10. To throw is Murray. He's going deep for Brown. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 10. Murray now to throw. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. He's up to 87 yards receiving now, and it's a 1st down. A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
Hand off left side, Pierce. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
At the 47-yard line.
Now 2nd and 3. They go again with Pierce. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st. On 3rd down, here's Pierce. And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. 88 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Brandon, this can be so demoralizing for a defense. They've had 2 opportunities to get off the field. They haven't gotten it done. So now your coordinator, he's going to call every blitz that he has, any type of exotic, something that they haven't seen before. And he's also telling the defensive lineman, don't worry about holding people up. Just get in gaps and try and make a big play.
And not only not getting off the field on 2 opportunities, clock continuing to run. Samuel going to go in motion right. Murray flips his forward on a jet sweep. Loose inside the 30. And he'll be taken down at the 26. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st. Just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver goes behind the line of scrimmage and it looks like he's going in motion, someone either has to go with him or he has to be passed off to another defender. Somehow they didn't get that communicated well, and it turned into a nice play. And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
2nd down, Murray sets to throw. Swings this one out wide for Pierce. Yeah, that's good for a gain of 6, and that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. But he's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
And he gets the 1st down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Give left side for Pierce.
And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6.
Man, these guys may not win this ball game, but you certainly can't fault the effort of this man here today. He's been a real thorn in their sides all afternoon. And that last carry puts him over the 100-yard mark.
Now 2nd and 5. Snap will come from the 6.
Big Ace open. Big Ace open.
Here's Murray. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Trey McBride
From 6 yards away.
And the Oilers are able to cut into that deficit.
Now the Houston offense is going to stay out there as they'll try for 2.
It appears they're going to throw for it with Murray.
He'll buy some time right. And he'll find his way in for 2. And we're back to a 2-score game. The lead's cut to 16.
Oilers 15. Cameron Dicker.
Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away.
And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point.
And he's got room. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7.
Ready?
Going to run again here with Pollard.
It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game.
Come on, set.
3rd and 3.
Young to throw it.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Viking first down, and that should be the one that gets him to the finish line.
It's a pickup of 13, and with that 13 yards, this ball game just about over.
Set. Ready.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Set.
And Young's going to throw it here. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40.
Watch out, man. 60 feet.
Loss of 9 yards. It's 2nd down.
So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota.